So you want to get in shape, but you don't have time to exercise? Well, I've got good news for you. You can get in fantastic shape training for only 4 hours a week. Here are a few photos of me on screen. I get people coming up to me all the time saying that, bro, you must live in the gym, or asking me, bro, how many hours a day do you train? Because they think that I just train for hours and hours on end. Now, complete transparency, I train for more than 4 hours a week. But here's a photo of Jeff Alberts, who trains less than 4 hours a week and is one of the most well-known natural bodybuilders. So safe to say you can build a good physique training for less than 4 hours a week. Just a really quick disclaimer for all the complete beginners, you're going to hear me say stuff like hard sets. Don't take the whole train hard or go home stuff too seriously right now, especially if you're a beginner. What you need to be focusing on is form, not intensity, especially if you are a complete beginner. Just practice form and wait for my next video where I tell beginners exactly what they need to focus on. So I'm going to give you a free workout program where you're training 4 hours a week and 3 times a week. So for the program, you're going to train 3 days a week, and 2 of those days you're going to train for 90 minutes. And one of those days you're going to train for 60 minutes. Now, just for the sake of the example, I chose Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is my 3 days. But honestly, you can change the days when you train. It doesn't really matter that much, just whatever is most convenient to you. Just really quickly, to warm up for any exercise that we're going to do the exercise that we're warming up for, just with less weight. Now, Monday, we start off with 3 hard sets of a quad bias squat. That could be something like a hack squat, a high bar squat, or a safety bar squat. One thing that you're going to have to keep in mind is because you are restricted on time, you're going to have to take shorter rest times. Now, will that sort of hinder your progress? Yes. But since you really don't have a lot of time, it's still worth it. After you're done with your squats, you're going to do 2 sets of any leg curl variation, whether that be seated leg curl or lying leg curl, and then you're going to superset that with any standing calf raise. So you do a set of leg curls, you walk over to the calf raise machine, you do calf raises. You walk back to the leg curls, and then you do the leg curls again, and then you walk back to the standing calf raise machine and do the calf raises. Now we're going to do some upper body work. You're going to start off with 2 sets of an incline press, and now the bench angle has to be at 30 degrees. So you're most likely going to be doing some variation of either a machine press or a dumbbell press. Since most gyms just don't have an incline barbell press set with the bench at a 30-degree angle. Now you're going to superset these incline presses with 2 sets of any vertical pull, lat pull down, pull up, chin up. Remember, you're still doing hard sets. Once you're done with that, you're going to do 1 hard set of an overhead press, any overhead press of your liking, followed by 2 sets of a horizontal pull. So T-bar rows, cable rows, any rows that you like. Once you're done with that, you're going to do 2 sets of any lateral raise that you really like, and then you're done. Wednesday. Now this session is only going to be an hour long. So we're going to start off with 2 hard sets of a posterior chain squat. So just a squat pattern that targets your glutes, like something like a low bar squat or a hack squat with your feet higher up on the pad. And then once we're done with that, we're going to do 2 hard sets of leg extensions. Now for upper body, we're going to start off with 3 sets of any flat press. It could be a dumbbell press, a machine press, or just, a barbell bench press. The only thing I want to say is if you're going to use a barbell, then use a narrow grip. Don't go all the way in, but just a slightly narrower grip than usual. You're going to obviously superset that again with 2 sets of any vertical pull. Now we're going to do 2 hard sets of a horizontal pull, and then we're going to superset that with 2 hard sets of a tricep press down. Once you're done with that, you're going to do 2 sets of any standing curl, and then you're going to superset that with any kind of rear delt fly. If you want more workout splits like this customized to your needs, then click the link in the description and book a free 15-minute call with me and I'll help you out. For Friday, we're going to train for 90 minutes today. We're going to start off with 2 hard sets of any hip hinge movement. Could be a hip thrust, could be a single leg hip thrust, could be an RDL. Once we're done with that, we're going to do 3 sets of leg extensions, supersetted with 3 sets of any sort of standing calf raise. Once we're done with that, we're going to do 2 hard sets of a leg curl. Now for upper body, we're going to start off with 2 hard sets of any flat press, and then we're going to superset that with 2 hard sets of any vertical pulling movement. Once we're done with that, we're going to do 2 sets of an overhead press and then superset that with 2 sets of a horizontal pull. Once we're done with that, we're going to do 2 sets of lateral raises, but we're going to superset the first set of the lateral raises with any sort of curl that we like, And then we're going to superset the second set of the lateral raises with any sort of stretch biased tricep movement, like a skull crusher.